Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. It has been a while, my God. Almost a year. I don't remember exactly how long it's been, but it probably has been a year at this point. So welcome if you're new. Hi, my name is Eric and I'm a lover of makeup and I'm a lover of everything beauty related. Not so much fashion, because I feel like not so much fashion. I'm kind of chill and laid back. I mean, I'm literally wearing a Star Wars shirt and I'm wearing PJ pants, so my fashion's not really up to par, like on a magazine type of fashion, all that, whatever. But enough chitter chatter. It's been a while. I'm gonna talk about it in a completely different video as to why I've been gone literally almost a year and why I have not been posting videos at all. I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video. Today, I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna do a year roundup of products that pretty much my entire makeup collection video. I'm gonna talk about specifically, in this video, specifically about blushes, bronzers, face palettes, and highlighters. So, without further ado, let's get into the collection now, shall we? I have a couple of face palettes. First one I have is Ulta Beauty in Disney World 4-piece face palette. Comes with 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. The highlighters are just okay. I've tried highlighters from Disney or some sort of like Disney collaboration with Ulta Beauty, and they're just okay. Blushes, although they look the same, literally, although they look different on me, they kind of look the same. Like, on me, they kind of look the same, to be honest. Like, on the cheeks, I don't know if I like it like that, but they don't feel bad. They do feel buttery and creamy and smooth and all that other stuff, but I don't know if I would ever reach for this palette ever again, to be honest. It's not bad quality, but it's just okay. It's just okay. And I do have 3 of the Juvia's Place blush duos. I have volume 4, which is this one, which is probably my favorite. I don't know why, but I kind of use this a lot. And followed by volume 2, which was the first blush duo that I ever bought from Juvia's. You can see how dirty my mirror is, fingerprints and all. And then probably my least favorite. It's still pretty, but I think I like, because I have another orange blush that I use quite frequently to the point where you can barely even see the name on the actual pan, but it's the volume 6. Oh yeah, volume 6. This one's okay. This one's okay to me. I still use the lighter one. Sometimes I mix the two, but I like it. I like the formula, but I think if I had to pick at least 2 that are my favorite, I have obviously volume 2 and volume 4. That's just my personal opinion. Next, I have the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in the shade number 2 Glitz, and I kind of like this. I really do enjoy this product. This is my first makeup product from Dior, and I'm actually not mad about it. I've heard so many good things about the Dior blushes, and I don't know why I haven't tried it yet, but I have not tried it yet. Maybe I'm just in fear of disappointment because of how expensive that product is. This is no exception too, but I do love, and as you can see, I've destroyed all the shades actually. I can use this bronze shade, which has a pink shift in there as a lid shadow on my lid. I'm not mad about it. I really enjoy it. Next is a bronzer duo. This is from Juvia's. I'm probably gonna have to get another shade when I tan though, because this is my shade when I get lighter in the winter. This is not bad. I'm in the shade, this is the shade medium, but yeah, I kind of use the shade. Obviously, I use it a lot because I always have warm bronzer, so it is what it is. It's hard to find a neutral tone bronzer for my skin tone, because I am more of a neutral undertone, not more warm. Most of the time I mix the two, but I love the formula of these. I love the formula of the blushes and the bronzers from dubious. Next, I have the Michaela Pot 2 Glam Lights highlighter palette, and this is phenomenal. This is pretty. It's glittery. It's very glittery, but I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I can use this shade as like a body highlight if I wanted to. Probably not, but I can mostly use this as like the Are You Kidding Me shade. This shade right here, the darker one, I can mostly use that as like an eyeshadow. But the other two shades, the green and the blue, I can mostly use as like actual highlights on the cheek. I could have used this blue Starstruck in my inner corner, but I used a different shadow from a different palette. Although I actually do like this palette. And that is actually my first product and first purchase from Glamlight, so I'm interested to try out more products. Yet again, another Ulta Beauty collaboration with Marvel or like some sort of like Disney related thing. This is the Thor Love and Thunder collaboration with Ulta Beauty, and this is the Peach Glow highlighter palette. Love, of course. And this one's not bad, it's just okay. This is more like subdued though. It's more like subdued. It still gives a nice glow, but it's more like subdued, and I'm looking for like a bam in your face highlight. Maybe that's just me though, but I love me a bam in your face highlight. That's pretty much all of my face palettes. Now let's get into my blushes, because I do have a lot of blushes, starting with the two cream liquid products that I have for blushes. I have one shade of the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. I have the shade Bliss. It's actually really pretty. It's phenomenal. Like, this I could probably use for my skin tone as like the cold type of look that everybody loves for the winter moments. Maybe not, but I do love the formula of it. Definitely, I don't know why I have not purchased more shades, because I do love the formula that much. Next is the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in the shade Peachgasm from Charlotte Tilbury. I was skeptical. Yet again, maybe I'm just in fear of disappointment to just, get disappointed about a product, because it's so much hype about the Beauty Light Wands in general, as well as the Contour Wand, which I have not tried the Contour Wand still, because it still sells out. It is what it is. But I gotta say, for the Beauty Light Wand, especially this shade, Peachgasm, because I'm more of a peach girl, boy, more of a peach boy than I am a pink boy, so it is what it is. I love the formula though. The other cream products are from e.l.f. I have two putty blushes. I have this shade, which is, I think, a Target exclusive. I don't know if they have it on their website, on e.l.f.'s website, but this is in the shade Bahamas. Look how pretty it is. I use this shade a lot more in like the more warmer months, but it's still a pretty shade. I love the formula. It blends seamlessly into the skin. It doesn't like sit on top of it. The first one that I did purchase, which I'm more of a peach coral type of color for blush for my skin tone at least, but this is the shade, I forgot what the shade is called, but you can see how disgusting mine is. I've had it for almost a year at this point, so yeah, maybe a year at this point. I don't remember off the top of my head of how long I've had it, but I've had it for a while, and I still use it still to this day. I believe the shade was called Turks and Caicos for this shade, which highly recommend. Another e.l.f. blush. This is a primer infused blush. This has this little thing down here. It says Always Cheeky. I'm assuming that's the shade name, but I do kind of like this formula. I don't really reach for it all that often because it is a little light. It's a little light. I can still rock it a little bit, but I don't reach for this one all that often though. It's still a nice formula when I did purchase it and I did use it, but I don't really use it all that often. Underrated blush, in my humble opinion. Maybe a lot of people love this blush same as I do because I love the formula and it's very pigmented. Peach Primrose from Flower Beauty, the Flower Pots powder blush. This Yet again, another peach coral blush. It's phenomenal. Doesn't even look like it doesn't even look like I used it. I'm just like, that's gonna last you a really long time, and you can see how destroyed and, well, I guess you can't even see, but I've had it for legit couple of months and it doesn't even look like it's been used. I love the formula. I don't even know if you can see, but this here, my NARS blush kind of broke, so maybe I was aggressive. I don't know how that happened, but yet again, it's more of like a luminous blush, but this is in the shade Luster, and this is a pretty formula. I like this formula. I was debating whether to get this one or Orgasm when I first purchased it, because I heard so many good things about NARS and specifically their blushes and their foundations, but as soon as I swatched Orgasm on me, it was like full on glitter and I was not in the mood for that. I like a luminous blush, but not like glitter all over the cheeks. If I were to have glitter all over my cheeks, I would just put a highlighter all over it, like a sparkly highlighter and all that, whatever. I don't mind that, but it didn't look like it showed any color on my skin tone at the time. But I liked this color because I saw the color and the pigmentation just by going in with the finger and just swatching it on my cheeks. But yeah, I do like the formula though. Please don't mind this whatever has gotten going on in front of my head, my hair right now. But right now I'm just sitting and watching back this video. I'm just sitting here editing it and I'm just like, I'm even annoyed at myself for the amount of times that I've kept on saying, oh, I love the formula. Can you think of something else? I was like, can you think of something else, please? Por favor, please think of something else to say. Because I'm even like really? Anyway, please don't take a shot every time that I say, I love the formula, pigmentation is there, and all that, whatever. Like, because not gonna lie, you will be passed out drunk. Don't take my word for it. My favorite blush that I constantly use, literally every day, doesn't matter the season, I love me some orange blush. And this formula, I've never tried Benefit products in general. I have tried, not complexion products at least, I have tried the Professional Light, but none of their blushes, bronzers, or highlighters. So yeah, this is my first product from their complexion line. I have tried their Boing concealer and that was okay. But complexion like blush, bronzer, and highlighters, Butterfly, my favorite, my absolute favorite. I don't even know if you can see it. I've destroyed it a little bit. Yeah, you can barely even see Butterfly because I've used it quite often. I use it for literally not every look. Sometimes I do switch it up here and there because I do use it quite a bit because I try to stop myself from using it all the time. And whenever I'm doing like a soft glam look, I just want a pop of color on the cheeks and all that other stuff, go for this color. And it has the perfect sheen of like a gold, yellow gold type of look, and it's phenomenal. Love it. A little bit goes a long way. Do not overdo with the blush, specifically with this formula, but I'm definitely gonna have to get more shades from Benefit. Next is, and the last blush that I actually have, single blush, Patrick Ta. This is, look how disgusting mine is. But that's when you know I actually use my shit. That's when you know I actually use my product, and that's when you know it actually is a decent product. So, because if I don't like a product, I'm actually gonna return it. So, this is in the shade She's Sincere, and it is a little light for my complexion, but I could still kind of use it. It's still pretty though, but yeah, it's still pretty. I could still, oh, I guess I could rock it right now, but yeah, it's still pretty though. I like it. But yeah, I was yet again up in the hype about the damn Patrick Ta blushes. I heard so many good things about it. So I ended up getting it during the Sephora VIB sale last year and don't regret it. Do not regret it. Now let's get into some bronzers. I have actually four cream products. I have the cream. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Wonder Stick, the dual face ended shaping stick. I have it in the shade medium. This is actually really pretty. You have a highlighter on one side, which is phenomenal. It actually blends out very easy, and it doesn't take up off the makeup underneath. And the contour stick on the other end. It's a little bit warm, but I still love the formula. It blends out very easy. It's not as creamy or emollient as the Rare Beauty one, because I do also have my Rare Beauty one right here in the shade Always Sunny. This is phenomenal. You can see how disgusting mine is. This is a little too warm, but I love the formula though. I always continue to go back to it because I just love the formula. And it blends very easily. It looks like your actual skin. Looks like it actually blends really good into your skin. So a good affordable dupe, kind of, but not really, because it's not really as creamy, but like the same like finish, the way that it looks on your skin. A good dupe to the Rare Beauty is NYX. Phenomenal. I'm in the shade medium. Just for shade reference, of course. I have the putty bronzer in the shade Honey Drip from e.l.f. and I do like this bronzer. As you can see, I do have a little bit of pan and I've used it quite a bit because I love the color. I absolutely love this color. Kind of more like a cool tone, neutral type of color on my skin tone at least. This is more like my color for like the winter months because yeah, I'm not mad about it. I love the formula. Yet again, it's not as creamy as the Rare Beauty, but it still blends out very well. Next is a color that I use this is technically my summer shade, but this is the cream bronzer from Anastasia in the shade Golden Tan. See if it can focus. Probably not, but yeah, I use this quite a bit. Like, I love the formula. The formula is phenomenal. I just don't like the color. It's just very warm on my skin. But I like the formula, so I always go back to it just because of the formula, because it blends out very easily. Because I'm not going to be hand holding a makeup product just because it takes forever to blend. I'm not that type of person. Y'all can take forever to do your makeup, but I just want to get my makeup, put it on, and go. Like, that's it. I don't want to have to take years to do my makeup. So that's all of my creams. Technically, this is also a cream too. This is the Super Shock bronzer from ColourPop in the shade Islebet, I believe. That's how you pronounce it. You can correct me in the comments if you want. But I do like this formula though. You can use it as a cream, but you can also use it as a powder. It's not technically a cream, but I've tried it underneath powder, I've tried it on top of powder, and I've tried it many ways. Brush, all that other stuff, a fluffy brush on my nose, tried it with a stippling brush on my cheeks as well. I love the formula. So yeah, for $8, ColourPop, their Super Shock bronzers, they do have it on their website, but they do sell it online only at Ulta.com, so only $8, so you cannot beat that. Next, I got this technically for free, but this is Bare Minerals, the Endless Summer Bronzer in the shade Warmth. This one's not bad, but I don't reach for this quite a bit because of how tiny the pan is. It's okay, but I mostly just use this as like an eyeshadow. It's not bad. That's a terrible swatch, but yeah, it's not bad, but not something I reach for all the time though. Maybe if I had it in the bigger size, the full size, maybe I would have used it a lot more, but I mostly use it as an eyeshadow. Going into some drugstore, Maybelline, the City Bronzer in the shade 200 Medium. This one I mostly use as an eyeshadow. That's why I've hit pan on it. I use it multi-purpose. I use my products as like multi-purpose. So if I have a highlighter that's too dark, I can obviously use that as an eyeshadow. If I have a bronzer that I use that's very light, I can use this just eyeshadow. Yeah, I mostly just use this particular bronzer as eyeshadow. when I did use it, it was actually not that bad. It was more like a luminous type of bronzer. It was not like shimmery. It's not going to be like shimmer on your cheeks, not how like the Fenty bronzer was earlier this year. But this is actually a pretty good bronzer. I really wish they would have expanded the shade range though, because they only have 3 shades. Come on, Maybelline. Speaking of a really good drugstore bronzer that I actually really do enjoy, I literally cannot, I have to stop myself and actually use other products because this is what I gravitate towards a lot. L'Oreal, the Infallible Bronzer in the shade 350 Medium. That's my complexion. And I love the formula. The formula's pigmentation is phenomenal. Full on pigment, a little bit does go a long way. Do not go heavy handed with it because it's gonna be like too much to handle. But it blends out very easily and it's very, like, it looks good on the skin. I don't know how to explain it, but you can get this at Target, local Walgreens, CVS, anything else. You can even get it at Ulta. And yeah, as you can see, I've used it quite a bit and I can't stop using it because I am obsessed with it that much. And plus, maybe that's just me, I love the color of it. It's more like a neutral type of color. So yeah, whenever I don't use this one, I always go to this one. But whenever I try to stop using this one, I always go to this one. Because this one on the bottom has like a beautiful neutral color that I kind of mixed with the warmer undertone bronzer in this palette from Juvia's. But this is it if I want it in a single though, so. Next, I actually have 2 bronzers, 2 of the powder bronzers from Fenty. One I have in the shade Private Island. And this one was my winter shade, and it is my winter shade. And how destroyed my bronzer is. I used it quite a lot. And the summer shade, summer bronzer I have is Island Tang, and it's still a really good formula. There's a lot of people that don't like this formula of bronzer, but I love it. I love the formula. I'm not mad about it. So it's very pigmented, but it blends out very easily on the skin. So that's pretty much it for all of my bronzers. So now let's dive into my highlighters. So I've gotten rid of a couple of products, specifically highlighters, because there was just some that I didn't use that much as well. But the first highlighter that I have, I still own. It's Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's the Iced Highlighter. It's not that bad. Not that bad of a highlight. I mean, obviously, like, bam, in your face highlight. I mean, come on now. There's like wetness on the skin, and it blends seamlessly into your skin where it's not highlighting any texture. Maybe that's why I always reach for these highlighters a lot, because they don't really emphasize any texture. I mean, just look at that in the pan. I mean, come on now. Flawless. And of course, I've definitely hit pan on it because I've used it as an inner corner and as a brow bone highlight. My favorite highlighter, which, sad, rest in peace to Becca, it's no longer available, but this highlighter is still available, the Champagne Pop. And yeah, I'm obsessed. Obviously, as you can tell, I've used this pretty much every day. I have to stop myself from using it. I have to use other things, but this will always be my favorite highlighter. I was late to the train. I literally bought this exact one I've had for literally a year, because I got it last year during like the 21 Days of Beauty before Becca went out of business and stuff, and I was like, I have to purchase this. I have to purchase this because I need to hear the hype. I understand the hype now, because one, I love the color. It's obvious. Yeah, who doesn't love the color? And I just love the formula and the way that it sits on the skin too. And it's just phenomenal. I do have a backup in my drawer, so as soon as there's no products left in here, I'm gonna get another one. Next, I have it's Revlon, and I heard that this was a good dupe for the Amrezy highlighter from Anastasia, and I've never tried the Anastasia highlighter from Amrezy collaboration, so I've heard so many good things about it, and I just hope and pray to the Lord in heaven above that they actually bring it back, because I remember when it was in store. I didn't play with makeup at the time, but I remember when it came out and I saw it in store, and I touched it, and I was like, oh. And of course, it's not available anymore, but I heard this was a really good dupe color-wise and the way that it feels on the skin, the formula-wise. Oh, how flawless that is. I have the shade 200, I believe. Oh wow, my camera can actually focus. Love that for me. This is in the shade Daybreak Glimmer, and this formula, probably one of my favorites from the drugstore. Probably one of my favorites. Top two, actually. The second favorites, actually, my number one favorite would probably be the Revlon, but number two would probably be the Master Chrome from Maybelline. This is just phenomenal, obviously, as you can see. I don't even have to even open the package just to even, like, for y'all to even see that I've destroyed this highlighter. I have the shade Rose Gold, Molten Rose Gold. I did have the Molten Gold, but I've gotten rid of it because it was on its last leg. And whenever I'm wanting a rose gold type of highlight, or if I'm doing like a pinkish type of eye look and I have this in my inner corner and brow, I always gravitate towards this color. I'm obsessed. Obsessed, and it's blinding too, and it's only like $10, $11 at Ulta or at Target or wherever you find Maybelline. Highly recommend, yes. I have only one Super Shock highlighter. I used to have another one, but I've since gotten rid of it because it dried out, actually. But this is the Winnie the Pooh highlighter. I have the shade 100 Acre Wood, and you can even, I don't even have to actually open up the actual packaging, because you can even see the little pan that I have in there, because I used it quite a lot. And yeah, I just love the formula. It's like a perfect yellow gold highlighter that's more like gold, not like 24 karat gold, not like this other highlighter that I have. This is like yellow gold, or like yellow gold. Obviously, it's a SpongeBob highlighter, which they don't even carry this anymore. But this is like the perfect shade of like a yellowish gold. That's not 24 karat, of course. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's pretty. Love the formula though. I don't know why I haven't had any other highlighters from them in the past, but definitely gonna have to purchase some more products from ColourPop. Controversial, yes, but Jeffree Star Cosmetics, I have the Skin Frost in the shade Peach Goddess. Yes, I did hit pan, but I don't even reach for it that much. When I did reach for it quite a bit, I used it a lot as like in a corner and like a highlight above the brow, or like highlight at the brow bone. But even when I did have even when I did have this product, like, because I still do, but when I first tried this product, I couldn't stop reaching for it, because I love the formula, and I love that a little bit did go a long way. So yeah, I love the formula of it, but yeah, I just don't find myself reaching for this. I probably will have to declutter it, because I have had it for a year, and I think some of these expire. Yeah, I think this one is almost expired, but it's a shame, because I did love the formula of that highlighter. But this one, it says Morphe highlighter. This is in the high impact highlighter in the shade Stardust. It looks white in the pan. But when I swatch it, it's kind of like a pink. So yeah, I use this. I have my own little highlight concoction. I literally just do that. I don't know if you can see that pink shift right there. I literally do this as like my highlighter base. Literally put that all over the cheeks, all that whatever. And then I'll put my my Master Chrome highlighter from Maybelline. I literally put this on top, and it's just like phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I'm obsessed with that. I don't really reach for it that often. I don't reach for the Morphe highlighter that much. I reach for this one quite a bit, a lot more than my Morphe one, but I probably would have to declutter it soon because it just collects dust, literally. Like this literally, I don't even know, you can see, like this literally is collecting dust. Probably gonna have to declutter. So that's pretty much it of all my highlighters, blushes, bronzers, and face palettes as well. So yeah, I'm not mad about the collection that I have. It's not overwhelming to the point where it's just like, oh my god, I have too much makeup. But it's also a decent amount to where it's like, you know, I have a decent amount to where I can actually rotate. But I also have some really good staple products as well. So yeah, I don't mind all these products. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to re-up on some more bronzers, like maybe some high-end bronzers, because I do like me some drugstore, but I need to actually get into some more high-end bronzers. Let me know if you have some really good recommendations for high-end bronzers. I heard Makeup by Mario is pretty good, but interested in trying out more high-end bronzers. Creams, mostly just powder bronzers. I'm mostly just looking for like a really good powder bronzer, but let me know down in the comments down below what videos you want me to make next, and I'll definitely catch you in the next video. Follow me on my social media, subscribe, like, and comment down below. Share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.